What's up, everybody? Tacoma Comics here, and we are just chilling on a Saturday afternoon in my neck of the woods. It is a dreary Saturday afternoon, but afternoon I went out on anyway. I didn't check to see if there's any major live shows going on right now, so I could be jumping on somebody's toes. Who knows? But got some books. Everything, I started out post office, so everything that I sold was today. I can't think. Today is Saturday, so everything I sold Wednesday on Meta's show. And hey, Z, see what I spent my money on? Yeah, man. Everything I sold on Meta's show Wednesday and Discovery's pop up Monday or Tuesday went into the mail today. Good thing I sold stuff because it pretty much covered what I spent today. That's not the first one. I'm trying to go in order. So first I stopped by the post office. Then I stopped by my LCS. Dang, my order's all mixed up. I don't know what the heck. I put that together into, no. And we're back. First, I stopped by my LCS, and they didn't get their books in on Wednesday. They got them shipped. Wednesday, so they weren't putting out new comic books till Thursday. And so Friday I couldn't make it Thursday. Friday they were closed in support of Black Lives Matter and a big march for silence or something silence that was going on in Tacoma or Seattle and Washington. Hey, Wolf. So I had to wait till Saturday to get my comics, but I got them. So Mountainhead 4, kind of remember liking the series. Kind of need to refresh my memory. It's a kid whose father was like not insane, but his father was a conspiracy theorist of like the 10th degree, and the kid grew up with a different family, and he lives in his town now where there's all these murderers and there's lots of mountains. And I need to reread the series, but I remember liking it. And it's, it's an IDW property that's not like tied in with a toy line or something or an existing movie. So it's kind of cool. I don't know what these were doing, but I just saw that he had these, and I remember liking this. And there's so many first appearances in this. This is the variant by Arthur Adams. So I'm like, how can you not pick that up? I can't believe this is up to 20 already. But I'm eager to read this. Everybody says it was pretty good. I checked. I do have 19 of the previous issues. I felt like it's a new run, so I didn't realize it was that far in. Everybody said this is really good, so I picked up Adventure Man. This is, of course, Matt Fraction, whom I love, Clayton Cowles on lettering, whom I love, and the Dodsons, Terry and Rachel, on art and colors. So a great combination of people that know each other, that have worked with each other before. And from what I heard, it's really good. Can't go wrong. And then this is almost coming to an end. I will be upset when it does. It is kind of cool, but it's also, some stories are made to be short, right? Some stories are not like, you don't want them to go on forever. Alrighty, so that was one shop. The second shop was a place near me, antique store that apparently just opened up. They had their windows boarded. I thought they'd closed for good, but they painted the windows now, the boards in the windows. They didn't take them out, but they painted it. Yeah, John, absolutely loving that. Also liking Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. It's not as intense. It's more silly, but it's also a lot of fun. And it's such a great homage to the original wackiness of Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. So anyway, this place, they have comics there, 50 cents, $1, and then they've got some higher ones. Didn't have too much new stuff, but I saw he had some new boxes, and I grabbed those. So for $1, I just dug that cover, man. I've never seen that. It's West Coast Avengers, but it's just a great Doom cover. Kind of like frightened eyes. So it's like the mouth is still like the scary Doom mouth, but those eyes really make him look like he's kind of what's going on. Not a key or anything, but a really cool book that I probably had at one time for $1. I'll pick up another one. Love that cover too. The Savage Land. I did Omega. I got 4 of them. I'm trying to go in the order that I went to the shops, so I will show the bags in a minute. For $1, I'll pick up any Immortal Hulk. Something rubbed on. See, it's a little faded on the barcode, but still, $1. Any more $1? Yeah. So then he brought out some brand new stuff that he hadn't put on the shelves. So just dug this cover. I've never seen this. I didn't even know that Bendis did a Spider-Woman run with Alex Maleev. I just think that's spectacular. Again, these are comics I wouldn't spend $5 or $6 on, but $1, I think that's in my wheelhouse. Another copy of this. And another copy of this. And then let's hit the 50 centers. I figured I will buy anything Miles Morales right now. So 50 cents all day. Just got this run from Bendis. Oops, sorry. Little Ultimate Origins thrown in there. But I figured that was pretty cool. If I like what I read, I will Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, I will go pick him up and trade or something. Really excited to find this one. X-Men 5 for 50 cents. Another Alex Maleev Bendis Spider-Woman, not as good a cover as the other one, for 50 cents. Thank you, John. Fatal Attractions. Yeah, that was good stuff. Another Miles Morales, 50 cents. Little Marvel Comics Presents. Ultimate X-Men, just because I love the Rogue Gambit covers, and I've got a few of them from Classic X-Men, from X-Men Legacy, and now from Ultimate X-Men. I've been selling these for $2 or $3 a pop, so to find them for 50 cents, I was pretty happy to get another one. I don't have a lot of the Magneto covers. And then I grabbed this one. I know some people are big on sports comics, 50 cents. I'd grab that all day. The funny thing about this is I saw it in another shop later this day for like $5. So I was like, score. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right. Let's go grab Baggy. What's up, Shorty? Oh, sorry. I just got slipped in here. I had ordered this a while ago, the Sienkiewicz cover to the Joker. Really dig that. I hope it's a good read, because otherwise I'll regret getting it, but definitely wanted that Sienkiewicz cover. Looks like his Walking Dead cover, sort of, new style he's doing. All right, so some of these I got because I'm keeping them. I decided that I am going to try to do a Sandman run. Don't know if that's smart or not. I bought a lot, kept a few, sold a lot. I couldn't sell. I had like 7, 9, 11, and 12 that didn't sell on Metas the other day. So I'm like, all right, I see these packs. I don't know where that just came from. I'll get them. So got issue 32. This is the whole Game of You run. Issue 33. Someday I'll find issue 75, second print, 34, 35, 36, and with this, and 37. So nice little run in the middle there for $5, which is what it should cost, right? Hey, Chad, it shouldn't cost it shouldn't cost more than that. Oh, that doesn't work if I shouldn't cost any more than that. But, you know, I think that's fair value. I wasn't looking, the 2 Sandman runs I got, I wasn't looking for like a hidden gem in these. I was just actually paying what I think they should be. Here's another one, quite a few more in this run. which is the first one. 49, 41. So 41 through 49, which is which run is this? Brief Lives. 41, 42. Can I just show you that this awesome Def Leppard advertisement on the back? Get rocked. Def Leppard Adrenalize. 10 songs of pure adrenaline. Featuring Make Love Like a Man. You couldn't make that up. If you were trying to make something up, you couldn't make that up. Right? Let's Get Rocked. Have you ever needed someone so bad? Oh, that's just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. That's a great cover too. I mean, everything about Sandman was absolutely great, but this is really cool. Just seeing these. Absolutely, Pour Some Sugar on Me is absolutely correct. Southern Comic Geek. So when I was in 6th grade, I had I don't know, $50 from my grandparents, and I went out and bought 6 albums. I think I actually rode to the local pharmacy and picked them up. Got them in a shopping bag. I got Men at Work, Business as Usual, a Pat Benatar album, Journey, Escape, which all-time classic, and of course I got Def Leppard, Pyromania. That was one of the first. Oh, and I got Working Man by Rick Springfield. I was going to say Bruce Springsteen. Springfield. So yeah, absolutely. Those are the first albums I ever owned. Absolutely awesome. So that's a nice little Sandman run now that I have. I think did it get up to 40? I think I goes 32 through 39 and then 41 through 49 or something. I'm missing 2 or 3 in the middle there, and that's okay. All right, let's look at the mystery packs I got. Yeah, the Great Omega. So this one was all Batman for $6. I figured, who knows, you could strike a bit of gold in here, or it could be duds. I could probably throw this up on an auction and get my $6 back, which is what I end up doing with this stuff a lot. Just buying, pulling out those 1 or 2 comics I want, and then just selling the rest pretty cheap. So from the New 52, we've got annual number 3. From the New 52, we've got the Loot Crate exclusive for issue 36, which is pretty darn cool, actually. And that's in fine condition. Oh, look at this, man. We got a little issue 299, 35 center, and that's in really nice condition. Really nice condition. Hey, anybody wants to come on and chat, please do. Oh, this is worth it for me. So I might even get this pressed as much as it's nothing. This is Batman 41, right? From New 52. So it's not even a major, oh my God, you got to have that. But check this out from 2015. What does that mean right down there? See, Woodard, are you in the house? I give you first grab at it. Newsstand. 2015 newsstand, which probably means it was actually in, it's got a little ding on there. Probably means it was at Barnes and Noble or some other bookstore that was selling comics. But I love that, guys. I love that. Hey, anybody that wants to jump on in and join me, please feel free. I got lots of comics to show off, but I'm much happier sharing the spotlight. Just my style. Batman Eternal 25. Nothing special there, I don't think. Oh, this is a 3rd print. Cool. New 52 number 1. Funny thing is, right, this guy, I mean, I'm not trying to take away from him. He's an awesome guy. He's got a great shop, Tricky's Pop Culture Emporium, but he must think Rebirth is more popular than New 52. He's got a similar stack of Rebirth in a pack for double the amount that I just paid for these. 52. Really nice. Is that Capullo? Yep, Capullo cover again. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So looks like I got a lot of the end game run here from the Death in the Family run. So a bunch of New 52 Batman. This is really nice, and I love having that late newsstand. That's just awesome. Direct sales. This is before New 52, Batman 702 and Batman 701. I don't know who did these. Grant Morrison, awesome, and Tony Daniel on art. That's really cool. And there's the last one, Batman 697. So I don't know, maybe Tony Daniel came on in 700. Anyway, just for that one, I can't speak. Just for that one newsstand, I'm super excited. I love the idea of like really late 90s and 2000s newsstands. In 2015, whew, that's pretty darn awesome. Very excited for that. I don't know if I just like people got quiet, that the comments have slowed or trickled to a stop. All right, so like I said, I didn't buy a lot. I got this one packet of all image superheroes for $4.99. No idea how I even. I'm gonna get the tape. Gonna get that tape stuck. You know how that goes. Don't want to get that tape stuck because you know what it sticks to. It sticks to the very comics you're trying to protect. This is more of a risky venture. I mean, Batman usually. So this is $5 too. Usually Batman will pay for itself. Image number ones, I mean, you know, Image from the 90s before they started doing like great creator-owned stuff could be really bad. So Super Patriot, whatever. Wildstorm Universe. It's just a bunch of characters looking like Liefeld Creations, wraparound cover, very cool. But you got a nice little Michael Turner Fathom here, which is pretty darn cool. Issue 3. I'm excited by that. This is the Origin Special. I saw Super Dinosaur #1. I was like, ah! Let's see. What do we got here? Nerd Bar is in here. How you doing, Nerd Bar? Hey, Nerd Bar, you were the only one out of that whole list on Instagram that actually sent me an email about the Pop for Comic swap round 2. And so I'm going to hit that again, but I wanted to let this collectible swap like get done and over with, but I'm not done with the Comic Pop for swap. I will bring that back. Mike Deodato Jr. on Glory. Another great wraparound cover. And then just the Glory lingerie issue, the Rob Liefeld porn. Oh my gosh, it's funny. It's funny what these guys just thought was like Union. Who's on that? McQueenie, Mike Heisler and Ryan Benjamin, Tom McQueenie. No idea who they are. Not to disparage them, I just honestly don't know who they are. Does that say Dooms? Dooms 2? I've never heard of Dooms, but this is Dooms. Oh, Dooms 4, issue #1. I mean, there was certainly a look for Image Comics in the 90s. This, though, it's early. Let's see. It's early Brian Wood. Unfortunately, we don't read Brian Wood anymore because it turns out he's a sexual predator, even though some of his writing is really good, which is kind of annoying. 1998 newsstand, issue 3, channel 0. Whoa. Issue 175. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Hey, who that? Kia Asamiya's Phoenix Resurrection Dark Angel, #1. It's a lot of words to put into a title for a book that nobody's ever heard of and that rips off Phoenix Resurrection. Hellshock by Jay Lee. This is kind of cool. Falling Angel, #3. Wild Core, #3. That's junk. This is kind of cool. Oh, look at this. This is a thick square bound. This is the Art of Homage Studios. So this is one of the imprints under Image, I believe. Look at these names right here. Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Will Sportasio, Williams, Scott Williams is what I want to say. Yep, Scott Williams, Joe Chiodo. So that's kind of cool. Until you start looking through it and realize it's just like the 90s steroid like superheroes or porn bikini girls. Which, you know, you had to start somewhere. Soul Wind from whoever. So this, like I said, $5. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's fun. The Pact. Bad Rock. So Bad Rock issue 1C. Dark Crossings, Dark Cloud Rising, featuring Tomb Raider, Witchblade, and Darkness. Michael Turner art as well. That's pretty cool. I am down with that. I mean, in like a very maybe through that, in a very general way, I'm down with that. Not like I'm actually going to read the book or keep it. Just like it's kind of a cool idea. Some of these are cool ideas. Some of these are not. Witchblade, though, Michael Turner, again, nice little collection of Turner art here. J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl, issue 4. And I can't even, Operation Night Strike, Rob Liefeld. And finally rounding that out with a Gen 13 Generation X crossover between Image and Marvel Comics, issue 1 with Art Adams. That's kind of cool too. So some funky funkies in there. God Tank, how you doing, man? Everybody, if you haven't ordered something from God Tank, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Go send him a blank cover and request a something something. All right, so you can already see there's X-Force #1 in here. $3 comic in this is $10 pack. So let's see what we got here. This is a mega mixed up Marvel Mayhem. Could be junk. Could be junk. You never know. Like this one is junk, but this is, I won't even talk about this. This is a newsstand, which I was telling you I love. It's Fantastic Four Unlimited issue 4, but the cover is like, that's junk. However, this, not only is it X-Force, not only does it have the coveted Deadpool, but if you're not familiar with this, this is, now, when you say rare, this is one of those comics that they printed like 1 million of. So most of them, this is the reverse color. So this is a printing error, but it's a printing error that probably happened to several 100,000. Like, so it's still not, it's not like, oh my God, look what you got. You know, I still got a comic that's out there, but a lot of people are unaware that there is a printing error where the black and the white colors are, you know, it's like a negative image. They're back up there, they're backwards there. And getting a Deadpool card in there is actually pretty cool. So pretty excited with that. I don't think I have that one. I have many of those. Scrolls Kill Crew. That looks like Marvel trying to be like Image. This is Marvel Edge from, I don't know what year this is from. And it's got a dink in it, so I'm not too... Yeah, it's got to be like 95 or something, right? 1995, yep. I guess that one right. That looks like Marvel in 1995. This is pretty darn cool. Life of Captain Marvel, #5. I still got to get that Death of Captain Marvel, but that's in really nice condition. Well, it's a decent condition. Oh, I'm so psyched by this. There's issue 3. Then one of my favorite guys, The Thing. Well, Thanos and Foxfire, Vision. That's really cool. I think I've got issue 1 somewhere. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 5. Oh, Now, I thought this was going to be a bigger comic. I remember when it first came out, I purchased 3 of them. This is when Vision died, or her human form died, but then her android form took over. There's something happened where she split into like 2 people, one fully human, one android. One was evil, one was good. I love that storyline. It did not resonate with a lot of people. Champions have not resonated with as many people, at least older people, as would have liked. A nice little Mark Spector Moon Knight featuring the Punisher. Psyched for that. Psyched for that. Which that said Ultimate Fallout, but no, Ultimate Power 4. Ultimate Power 5. A lot of these just go right in my box to sell back to half price books, but a lot of these I keep. Ooh, check that out. Elektra, Root of All Evil, and is like a raised cover. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Digging that, man. Digging that. I just picked up issue 1 of this. So now I've got issue 2. And what is this? Is this issue 2 or 3? This is issue 4. And I just got another copy of issue 1. Can anybody tell me what is important about Dreadstar and Company issue 1? I'll tell you right now, Jim Starlin is doing a Kickstarter to continue his story. There's something important about Dreadstar and Company issue 1 that I now just got a second copy of, and that is issue 2. It's hard to tell because they don't say too much. But what I love about these are these ElfQuest ads on the back. ElfQuest was also under Epic Comics. Dreadstar #1 was the first issue ever produced by Epic Comics, which was an imprint of Marvel, supposedly branching out to some different stories and stuff. I've had this come across my my lap before. Secret Defenders #1. I think that's, I'm not mistaken, is that Fraction, or am I thinking of something else? No, it's not. It's too early. Heavy Hitters, Dragon Lines. Don't know what that is. It's really bad art. Acts of Vengeance. Damage Control #1. So I just found out that this went up to issue 40. I had 1 through 20, but after like 20 or 21, it becomes Spotlight or Avengers Spotlight or Spotlight on the Avengers. So I still got a lot more of this to get, but it's issue 4. I already have the Black Knight. Still, it's a fun read pairing up. Hey, Hydra. Second to last one here. I love what they did with this stuff. This is so great. Check this out. Alf and the Uncanned X-Melman. Just like they just took the piss out of themselves all the time back then. I love that. Look at that. So great. Cover's loose on that top staple, so I'm glad it's not like an important thing, but it's just a lot of fun. Let's just have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. And then finally, Morbius, the Living Vampire versus the Basilisk, #6. So some good stuff in there. Don't know if I hit $10 worth of, well, actually with those Life of Captain Marvels, absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it to me. Okay. The reason why I left my house this morning is because another LCS, this one's about 20 minutes away, had posted about a book. Comics are supposed to be fun. Hello, Will. Will and Comic Book Fever, hello. Comics are supposed to be fun. Absolutely. And so what's it called? I messaged this guy. I'm like, hey, hold that book for me. I'll be in tomorrow and get it. And I was joking with him, like, you say it's this much, I'll offer you this much. We can settle on this much. And he's like, okay. So I went there, but they had 6 or 7 new boxes out, and they were all about like they're selling for third parties. So somebody's got a collection that they want to sell and say, you get, I don't know, 50%, I'll take 50% or whatever it is. So got a whole bunch of these. This one is $4. I think I might have this one. If I do, I could sell it. But I wasn't going to pass it up for $4. And then this next one, I don't know where Jay Blitz is. This is the first real appearance. No, it's not real because it's not canon, because it's a fantasy makeup story, which is why that What If Jane Foster's hammer shouldn't be worth $100. But this apparently is the first Yellow Hulk. What if Steve Rogers had refused to give up being Captain America? What if Iron Man lost the Armor Wars? What if Captain America hadn't vanished during World War II? I'm going to put that there. And so most of these were $2 or $1.50. What if Sergeant Fury had fought World War II in outer space? And that's such a great Sergeant Fury style cover. I love that. And now they can't even decide what to do. What if Nova had been 4 other people? Let's just throw out ideas and see what sticks. What if Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu, fought on the side of Fu Manchu? I don't know, man. I don't know. What if Dazzler, this is a double what if. What if Dazzler had become the Herald of Galactus, which I thought was already one. And then what if Iron Man had remained in the court of King Arthur? Yeah, Iron Man, I don't know if you guys remember that story. Iron Man 200, where Doom and Iron Man were sent back in time, and they ended up in the court of King Arthur. Really great cover and really great story. What if the Submariner had saved Atlantis from its destiny? What if the Avengers lost the Evolutionary War, sorry. What if the Fantastic Four had lost the Trial of Galactus? What if is fundraising, man. So I got a lot of reading ahead of me, apparently. Grab myself a new X-Men 150. Now I only need 127 to have the entire Grant Morrison run. Punisher 2099, number 1 for $1. I'll grab that. What if Death's Head had lived? These are later issues, 54 and now 56. What if the Avengers lost? Operation Galactic Storm, part 2, I guess, because this is part 1. And the other book that I got there, and maybe you guys know this, they had Wolverine number 1 for $14, but it had like a little damage over the top. I was like, whoa. But this one, 131, apparently was recalled because Sabretooth said a naughty word. I don't know what that naughty word is, so if you don't mind me taking a moment here before I show you my last book and my only big book, I want to take a look at this because it only cost me $1.50. My name's Wolverine. I'm the best there is at what I do. Okay, so they haven't lost that that bit. How's that? It's not the fall that kills you, it's the landing. All right, that's a woman with green lips and green. Madam Viper is talking to Professor X. We still have more green people. I still don't see Sabretooth yet. And Wolverine's wearing crampons. Doesn't need them for his claws, though, just for his boots. I guess at the end of all this mountain climbing and these flashbacks with Madam Viper, he comes across Sabretooth. He certainly comes across something that looks like Kick-Ass, in a green and yellow costume. It is important that I swear in the video, and I might swear, depends what it is, but I'm not too worried about. Copa. At the Copacabana, music and fashion will always be. Excuse me as I look through this. Though I'm not finding So Wolverine is fighting a spider here. Hey, Biggie Shack. And it says, "We ain't finished dancing yet. Yeah, go ahead and prick me with that thing. I promise you that my blood is the last thing you're ever going to taste." More fighting with a spider. I still don't see. Well, I don't know. I might have to read this more carefully because this is the cover of the one that I was looking at. This is from the, his first full series, not the limited series. This is the one that's supposed to have Sabretooth saying naughty words in it. Maybe after they recalled it, they reprinted it, and this is not. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I only spent $1 if it's the wrong one. I just thought it was Comic Book Fever's misspelling Biggie Shack. That's okay, that happens. So let's take a look at the last book that I got. The reason why, like I said, I got up and got out today. This is a gorgeous copy and an upgrade for me of X-Men 99. I mean, this thing is pretty. So there's like some ticks, right? You're looking really up close. So there you go, Omega. I probably have an edition that was the reprint and not the original. Yeah, I was so stoked with this. I thought the price he had it at was half of what Key Collector has it listed at, which, I know that doesn't mean anything, but comic book shops usually have these things pretty high up on their list. John, do you need a 99? I don't know if you need a 99 or not, because I have, not in great shape, but I have a 99 now that I'd be willing to part with if you need that one. I don't know if you do or not. But yeah, I mean, look at these two books. And you can see how beat up this one is compared to this one. And then look at the back of this one. I've tried cleaning that, and most of that soiled is not coming up. Cover's attached. Pages are all there. No rips. But it's probably a good. That's a good 3.0 at best. And I'd say this is an 8.5 or a 9.0. So I'm really psyched to have that on such an old book. I'm waiting on 109 to come in, and then my collection is complete. And then I'm waiting on John to finish his collection, and we were going to do a little celebration together. For those of you unfamiliar, growing up, my two favorite comics runs were ElfQuest and X-Men, specifically Claremont's run. What he did for comics in the 80s and the 70s. I mean, some of his stuff is a little dated now, but holy cow, I just love it. Absolutely amazing stuff. So just 97, sorry. And my 97 is good, so I'm not even updating 97. I just need to update. What do I need to update? I need an improved 94, because my 94 isn't bad. It's just its cover is detached. It's detached really nicely, so it's not even like a bad cover, but it's attached. So 94, I need an upgrade. 99, I just got my upgrade, so I could check that off. I need an upgrade for 106. And when I say upgrade, oh gosh, Comic Book Fever. I am massive. I am a massive ElfQuest fan. Sorry, 106, 113, and 120. So those are the 4 issues: 94, 106, 113, 120, where the condition just isn't good enough for me. Biggie, if I find a good price on a 94 that's better condition than what I have, I don't know that I'd go as low as 150, but I might be able to come down from what I quoted you originally. We'll get there. Oh, you like ElfQuest too? That's awesome. So I have the shit. Let's have a little ElfQuest fun, guys. I mean, my wife is taking a well-deserved nap. My kids are playing video games. Might as well take a look at ElfQuest. So I first heard of ElfQuest when I saw the Marvel reprints under the Epic line. Oh, thanks, John. I didn't even see Sabretooth in that issue. I'll have to go back and take a look. Sorry, do you buy any piece of cardboard to write? Oh, going to a rally with my teacher friend. There's a specific teacher rally tomorrow. So, and I can't get to them right now because they're like deep in cover. But anyway, I just loved ElfQuest growing up as a kid. I used to get it. The Marvel reprints. At one point, I went to Switzerland in like 2000 something, and I got the German versions of them, which was like, oh, so cool. But yeah, I I ended up selling those a while ago. I wish I still had those. Anyway, they originally printed the ElfQuest story in something called Fantasy Quarterly, issue 1, which was a sci-fi magazine that I think folded after a few issue. Oh yeah, please do, John, because there's a lot of a lot of blue narration box in that issue, and I didn't want to waste everybody's time looking through it too carefully. So anyway, they didn't like the way their art looked in Fantasy Quarterly. They wanted to produce it themselves. So I need to get that Fantasy Quarterly #1. That's something I don't have in my collection. It usually goes for about $100. But here's ElfQuest 1, which is funny because the art on this first issue looks very little like the art of the rest of the story. There's ElfQuest 2. And as I was telling John, and by the way, Warp Graphics stands for Wendy and Richard Pini, who are the two husband and wife team. Yeah, the epics are the Marvel reprints, which are great because these are all black and white on the inside. The reprints are in color, which is kind of cool. And then they did so many. They did Kings of the Broken Wheel, Siege of Blue Mountain. They did so many more series after that. However, if you're interested in ElfQuest, go ahead and go to elfquest.com. You can read the entire run, everything they printed from 1980 to 2014, I think, when they started up with Dark Horse again. You can read for free. It's not a great interface. You've got to hit a button. You can't swipe or anything. But it is it's a really good read. Biggie, if you've got that Fantasy Quarterly #1, then the price of X-Men 94 just came down. Yeah, I love these, and I love this. Ooh, this is out of order. You're out of order. I gotta clean that one. I didn't look at that whiteness there. Cutter and Skywise and Lodestone. Petalwing. Winnowill. Winnowill again. Yeah, these are just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Two Edge left the armor for the Elves to find. Kavi and Rayek in the back. Cutter and Tree Stump. I think this is the issue where Tree Stump dies, which is why he's oh, not Tree Stump, who died. One Eye. Excuse me, I gave it away. But if you haven't read it, I know why I'm out of order, because that's where those two went. And when Lita, then Cutter on the big giant eagle of Lord Vol. Giant eagles. I wonder what fantasy story they got that idea from. J.R.R. Tolkien. And then we get towards the end. I love this one, man. Quest Ends Part 2, and I had issue 21. What did I just do with it? It went to 21 issues originally. I think in the Marvels, they went to issue 32. Here's Love and Rockets #1. Fortunately, second printing and it's kind of ticked up, but Elf Thing #1, I don't think so. Oh, Comic Book Fever, you know that they did, but they played oh, there it is. They played original edition, right? Not the 5th edition that my son was playing this morning. All right, where were we? We were going to check Instagram, and then we'll look at that picture, and we will more quickly go back to our Elf Quest, our Wolverine 131, to see if we have the naughty or the nice one. Wolverine 1. Okay, so it's wow, somebody just really didn't have I wish they would say what page that was on. I wonder if there's a way to tell. Might have reintroduced a hateful word back into a culture that had forgotten it. I don't think they forgot it. I don't think that's how it works. Okay, so let's see if we can find that. I will just quickly look for this for you. So that 8 people here, man. Look, I can go on and on about comics all day, or until we have to take the dogs out to pee and poop. So anybody wants to jump in and hang out, let me know, man. I'm looking for, it's kind of like in red. Oh, no. Okay, so right here, where is it? Right here, I think it says the word killer, which means this is not the one I was looking for. They used a inappropriate racist term for a Jewish person that also starts with the letter K, I. So yeah, we have it wrong there, or not wrong. We have it right. We just don't have it worth a lot. Oh dear. Well, like I said, it was $1.50, so I just grabbed it thinking maybe. Melodiomania wasn't in them. These things happen, Biggie. It doesn't end in an elf orgy. The elf orgy happens in issue 17. They have 4 more issues. But yeah, I mean, right before the major battle, they have an elf orgy, which is, a really nice way to send off warriors into battle, I think, is with a bunch of elves having orgies. Yeah, no, that's how do you say it's tastefully done? It's the sort of thing you want to be aware of if your kids are reading it, but it is not like dirty. It's very tastefully done. I read it in high school and I wasn't like, thank you, Rod. I missed a few, right? 1, 2, 3. But it wasn't anything that I think is, of major concern. Let's see if we can find that. What is that? Yeah. I think it's in 17. That's what I tell people. So we'll see. I hate tape. I want to ban tape. You don't need tape. You never need tape. Tape does not have to exist on anything. Just my personal thing. I get resealable bags. 1 out of 100 times I make the mistake of leaving the flap open and putting down a comic and I screw up. But most of the time, I do fine without Biggie Buggy. Glad to see you. Without it. Oh, you know what? It might be 16 because they're already battling in the troll caves with them. Oh wait, no, maybe it is. Yep. Okay, so they're dancing. The young elves are taking the baby elves away. Um, what does it say? Below, thoughts are not of someday or even of tomorrow. They are only of joy. Let's see what you look like without this frosty mane. And this. Ha ha ha. Remember, life mate, the night you first saw me dance? The whirling, stamping, rhythmic swaying, the flickering firelight and scent heavy air stir the elves' already heightened senses. That reminds me of Wolverine. So, this is the orgy scene that caused so much controversy. And I mean, controversy in terms of like slight controversy, not like major controversy. Just a bunch of different elf groups getting it on. Some staying with their chosen life mates, some adventuring beyond that, some sharing, some not sharing, and some depictions of joy and maybe one butt or one breast here or there. So wasn't really a big deal. So I don't know, John, how you are with your kids, but maybe it's not as good for the younger one as it is the older one if you let them go read those. Biggie Shack is sending it. Yeah. I do have that, Biggie, but thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was like a spoof satire one that they did. So there you go. Well, I mean, 2 pages. I don't know if that's a lot of orgy. It's a decent amount of orgy. I think it's a fair amount of orgy. Rod, you kidding? What am I? I'm like 618. I don't need to go to 700, but thank you. I want to read the chat here. Rob Boswell says, I had somebody in community auctions send me books and they used torn off pieces of paper labels to hold the books on the Gemini. Yeah. So with the Gemini, if I have more than like 6 books, I don't put any tape around the books, right? I just put them in the Gemini, close the flap, 1 piece of tape, close the flaps the other direction, 1 piece of tape. I don't think you need to tape the books to each other unless you have like only 3 or 4, and then they will slide around inside the Gemini itself. All right. Well, thank you, Rod. Rod, you're on Twitter? What's your handle on Twitter, my friend? I need to go find you. Drop your handle in the chat. I find that a lot of the people I know from YouTube and Instagram are not Twitter people. Are you Rod the Regan? Rod Neon 2. Well, there you go. There you go. All right, man. I'm following you on the Twitter. Oh, look, now I find that everybody's on Twitter. I guess I just missed these people. All right. Well, I will get them. Now there's more places to post my stuff. Just a little insane. Oh, your real name. Well, that's so confusing. People using their real name. How dare you, Rod? Come in here with that foolishness. While I'm here, let me see if I can promote something that I do want to promote. And, you know, when we talk about follows versus engagement, definitely looking for engagement. So let me just type this in. I definitely want to get engagement on this and not just follows. So if you know somebody in your family, especially if you know somebody young in your family who is, I can't log into my Spotify, a Dungeons and Dragons fan. My son has started his D&D podcast. I didn't forget my password. You're just a dumb head. I am too in Tacoma, man. Tacoma, Washington. That's why, Rod, I love the idea of getting me to 700, but I really don't, because if it's just another 100 people, that aren't going to watch my videos. Like I have 9 people here now, and I'd much rather be talking to you 9. Have some of you join me in the panel because I'm running out of cool things to say. To me, that's way more important than just numbers. And I hate to do that because I think people are very well intentioned, but there is this big push in the community towards numbers, and I'm not a numbers person, if that makes sense. I don't see that as the most important thing. I'm definitely not trying to monetize my channel. So I don't need to hit large numbers, Cool. I think they want me to sign out of my computer or my phone because I'm signed into too many places. How do I get to my library online? I don't know. So you aren't totally lost and I'm not sitting here talking to myself. Let's go ahead and I think you can see what I'm looking at. If you can't, then I screwed up. What do I have to do to get to my library on I never look at this on a computer. Oh, I have to open the web player, I guess. Oh, you know what? I already have. I have this. Oh, I have this at school. Ah, so dumb, guys. I'm just dumb. What am I going to do? So here we go. This is the Dungeon Talk. That's my son's little handle there. He drew that. So he's going to come out with an episode every Friday. This is his little trailer.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel, and I'm the host of The Dungeon Talk, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast providing tutorials, info, inspiration, and interviews to listen to at home. So if you have any free time on your hands, which most of us do these days, tune into The Dungeon Talk, which uploads weekly on Fridays. You can ask questions to our email, thedungeontalk@gmail.com, and can find the latest news and updates on our Instagram. So for now, stay nerdy and stay safe.
There you go. That's my boy. Add to queue. Where's the share button? This is so much easier on my phone. I swear I don't know how to use computers anymore. I'm such a phone guy. Copy episode link. There you go. Stop sharing. Come back to see if you all left or if you're still here. You're all still here. I guess I can drop a link in my own chat. So if anybody's interested, and again, don't do me any favors. I'd love him to actually have people who are into D&D get there. So yeah, let's go back through the chat. Guys, you just come on and talk with me. I'll drink some scotch. We'll have some fun. So Biggie says he wants 1,000 because we should all be bigger. There you go. It makes it easier to stream. Absolutely. Very valid point. John's Comics with Kids says, I wanted to hit 1,000 only for the community tab. It's such a valuable part of this format. I didn't want the monetizing part. Other than that, it's not about the numbers for me either. That's very valid too. What does the community tab do? Is that how you can put polls out and stuff? I'm not even really sure what that is. I need some education on this stuff. I don't know. Comic Book Fever, I teach robotics and other assorted STEM subjects somewhere on my channel, and I'm not good at organizing my videos and playlists. I've got a news channel interview from 2 Septembers ago where they interviewed me about teaching robotics because some people don't realize that something has been going on for 10 years. I think it's wow, somebody's doing robotics. That's new. Let's interview them. So yeah, that's the way that goes. Alrighty. We are at that point in the show where I feel like I am just repeating myself. So I'm going to repeat myself more quickly. And then we're going to go. We went over ElfQuest. I showed you that Love and Rockets. let's just jump through this, see what we got. Ooh, AP and IB, is that International Baccalaureate Biology? I don't know what the IB is unless it's International Baccalaureate. My son's middle school is supposedly an IB school, as well as the feeder school my wife teaches at. That's my only understanding of what IB is. John says you can put polls, you can share other people's videos. So that's how you share other people's videos, and you can also leave messages for your subscribers. Okay, I think that's worth it. I think that's worth it, John. I certainly don't disagree. So like I said, you know, I used to just click people's names in chats and sub them up, and then hopefully they'd click my name and sub me up. But well, YouTube took away your ability to do that, so I haven't done it. But I always feel a little leery when people are pushing the subs so much. I'd much rather just, you know, put out content and hope people engage. I also don't put out a lot of content. Like, I don't think I deserve 1,000 because I'm not putting out, you know, I got my Tuesday night show, and I'm on a bunch of auctions and maybe on some review stuff, but I'm not out there all the time. And I certainly don't edit videos or make like nice intros and stuff. That's just not the way I am. So anyway, I bought that thinking it was the recalled one. It wasn't. That's my old X-Men 99, which somebody can have for like $20 if they want, because I got a new X-Men 99, which is really gorgeous and beautiful. I got myself a whole bunch of cheap what ifs because I love the what ifs. I'm trying to collect both series and finish those off. I'll be super happy when I do. Punisher 2099 number 1 thrown in. Almost finished this run. I need 127. Then I've got all of Grant Morrison's new X-Men run. So something I did not realize, the classic X-Men, X-Men Classics, new X-Men, X-Men Legacy, and something else like all fit together into one long run. I was unaware of that. And now I need to get all of that, I think, because why not? Some more what ifs. I love these older looking ones where there's less background. It's just like solid color background. Boom. Very, very cool. Comic Book Fever, where do you teach? Where is it that you teach these advanced science concepts? You must let us know. We are certainly interested. Rob, volume 1, 2, and 3. I think I'm only working in volume 1 and 2. I'm not too interested in 3. And then also they came out with like, maybe I'm wrong, Rob, you'd have to tell me. I think they came out with a whole bunch of one-shots, right? Like, it seems like you can find a bunch of one-shots. I don't know. That's just the way it feels to me when I'm looking at this stuff. Anyway, got a $10 Marvel grab bag that included this piece of junk, included this really cool thing that I'll read and enjoy. Southern California, nice. Alf, the Uncanned X-Men. This Solo Hawkeye, which is really cool because I have it. This I don't know much about. Damage Control number 1 from Acts of Vengeance. Another epic comic, Heavy Hitters, Dragon Lines. Secret Defenders number 1. And then a whole bunch of Dread Stars. I wish they would say what issue this was. It's really annoying that they don't. I know this is number 1. I'm going to assume that's number 2 because that's number 4 and that's number 3. So I'm going to assume I got Dreadstar 1, 2, 3, and 4, which again, if you missed it, Dreadstar is the first comic under the imprint, the Epic imprint from Marvel. And I already bought a Dreadstar number 1 the other day, so I might sell these. I don't know. Let's see. Biggie. You're going to get some 12 center. Yeah, I looked at some 12 centers. They were in bad condition, so I decided against it. Root of All Evil. I do not know this one, but I'm excited to read it. Some Ultimate Power junk, which looks really junky to me. A nice Moon Knight. I've got number 1 in Mark Spector and number 1 in the run before this. I might collect those. Not sure. This Champions that I loved, this like Viv Vision being split in half and fighting herself is really freaking cool. Life of Captain Marvel 2, Life of Captain Marvel 3, Life of Captain Marvel 5. Those three right there make this $10 mixed bag worth it for me. Keep those. If I could sell those Dread Stars for $5, I might, have made my money back. This is just like ridiculous. So also in this is my second copy, so I'll probably keep this one. X-Force #1 is nothing big, but it is the era variant with the Deadpool card. So I think that's kind of like a nice trifecta. I'll probably be holding on to that one and maybe selling. Me too, Comic Book Fever. I'm a massive fan of Champions. Ever since they rebooted it, I've read Mark Waid, I read Jim Zub, and I read Eve Ewing's one issue before COVID started. This is kind of cool for people. I was never into Gen X and I was never into Gen 13 just because of the time period in which they came out. But that is there for anybody who is interested in that. Let me know. And then I got these Image, like massive pack of Image, but most of it was just junk. J. Scott Campbell, Michael Turner. I don't know what this is. I think this is Turner. It's a Tomb Raider, Witchblade, Dark Crossing, Darkness crossover. Bad Rock #1, 1C, which is pretty cool. I don't know a lot about this. Extreme Studios, which I guess was Image imprint. First printing, Volume 1, #1 from March 1995. So yeah, there you go. I mean, everything looks like the 90s. Which, I was in college then. I missed a lot of this stuff. The Pact #1, Soul Winds #1, Art of Homage Studios, which is kind of cool. Core, Hellshock #3. Yeah, so some of these were not that important. And a lot of this just looks like the same. Except then I get that Walking Dead right there, which is an interesting cover. What is this? 175. Channel Zero, Dooms 4, Union, Glory, Super Dinosaur, Free Comic Book Day, Fathom 3, which is pretty cool. I could put together a little Turner pack here. A lot of these will just get sold back. What is that one? That is Wildstorm Universe from 1997, Super Patriot. It's stuff. But got this Batman 697, 701, 702, Death in the Family from New 52, #15. That is minty fresh. From Endgame, got 37, which is a nice thick cover. Another beautiful Joker covers. That's Capullo 2. Love that one there. Got #1 from the New 52, third print. Batman Eternal. Then I got this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, Rob Boswell. Fortunately, it's ticked up. But this does not say direct sales on it. This, I believe, is a newsstand because that looks totally different from that. I hope you can see both of them, right? So I'm pretty sure that is a newsstand, which is really exciting. And then that Batman there as well. Really, really cool. 35 center, issue number 299. We've killed the Batman. His threat is over. Look behind you, a ghost. And it ended off with 36, also from the Endgame storyline, and Annual 3. All right, I've gone through everything twice. I've talked about Elf Orgies and Dungeons and Dragons podcasts and answered all your questions, entertained all your thoughts. I thank you all for joining me and for coming on. Thank you very much. Good seeing you. I will be around. I don't have anything particular set up or in line right now, but I'm sure I'll see you out there. All right. Take care, everybody. Talk to you later. Peace. Well, I did the thing where I left the studio before I ended the broadcast, and my apologies for that. Here we go, for real. End broadcast. End the broadcast? Yes.